Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala rasulihil kareem wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man istanna bi sunnatihi ila yawmiddin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers. Inshallah ta'ala, today we'll continue our journey through the 40 hadiths of Imam Nawawi, and we have reached to the hadith number 12. As we did all the weeks before we went to a new hadith, we go through the hadith that we have already done, at least the main title of the hadith, as you can say, or what is the concept described in the hadith previously. So just to remind ourselves that this is the hadith that we have passed through so far. So let's begin inshallah ta'ala with our revision list. As we said, the first hadith, we all know that innamal amanu bin niyat, described by Umar ibn Khattab. Then the hadith of Jibril about the Islam, the Iman, and the sign of the Day of Judgment. Islam is based on 5 pillars. That was the third hadith. The creation of the baby in the womb of a mother, and also the qadr, the destiny that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ordain upon us. Also the innovation in deen is rejected, which we talked about the bidah. We have the hadith from halal is clear, haram is clear, and the doubtful matter we should avoid. And also we have religion is nasiha. Nasiha means sincerity. And what we should have sincerity to, obviously first and foremost Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then the Rasul of sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the books, the leader of the Muslim, and to the Muslims brothers also. And the 8th hadith was, I have been ordered to fight against the people until they testify La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And the number 9, avoid what we have, or what I have forbidden by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and do what which I have command to the best of your ability. The 10th hadith was, verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pure, and He also like, and He accept the pure from us. And the 11th hadith that we did last week, it is the leave that about which you are in doubt, and for what you not doubt. So if there are matters that you are doubt in, we should leave those matters, and we should deal. If there is a matter that you are not doubt, we should accept that matter, and we discuss in thoroughly about this hadith. So today's hadith is also very similar to the hadith number 11. The concept is very much similar, but it has some more in it and different than the other one. This hadith is described by Abu Huraira radhiyallahu anhu, and we have talked about Abu Huraira radhiyallahu anhu previously, so we're not going to talk about his short biography. The hadith is simple. The hadith says the part of the perfection of someone's Islam, and some translation says the part of the beauty of someone's Islam, the husn Islam, is the living alone that which does not concern him. So as we can show from the hadith translation is very clear that what Rasulullah is trying to tell us, that this is something that we should leave, that is which not concern, and that will beautify our Islam, that will give perfection to our Islam if we do that. And this hadith is described by At-Tirmidhi, the Imam At-Tirmidhi, and this hadith is the hadith Hasan. So what is hadith Hasan? Hasan hadith means that it is not as the level of authenticity as a Sahih hadith is. It is Hasan means it is acceptable. And there is a debate among scholars. Some scholars say it's not even Hasan. They say it's a marsul hadith, meaning that this hadith is almost the level of daif. But Imam Nawawi has accepted this hadith as a Hasan hadith and put it in his book. And a lot of scholars, it's not a small number, a lot of scholars say yes, they agree with Imam Nawawi that the authenticity, it is Hasan hadith. And also this hadith is not an instruction for a ibadah. It's not concerning our salah, it's not concerning our hajj, it's not concerning our doing any action. So this is a concept that should be in our heart, that depending on the situation, depending on the time, depending on the society, and all these things, that you should leave something. So this is kind of a hadith, even if it is not in the level of authenticity, we can accept it. We talked about this before we started the 40 hadiths of Imam Nawawi, that when can we take a weak hadith? Are we allowed to take weak hadith? And we said that some of the scholars are very strict. They said no, we should only talk about Sahih hadith, because alhamdulillah we have Sahih hadith about all the matters. We don't need the hadith. But some scholars say if a hadith has supporting Sahih hadith, because the hadith before this one, as I said, it is very related to this, that was a Sahih hadith, and that's a supportive hadith for this one. That if you are doubtful about anything, if you're not sure, you should have any interest on that. You should leave that. So which is very similar. If you know that this is not your concern, you should leave that. So this hadith has a supportive hadith, and there are some other version of the hadith also. So that's why this is acceptable, and also this is a fadail. This is like something that will beautify our Islam, that is something will beautify our iman. So that's why we can talk about this hadith, and that's why Imam Nawawi has put this hadith as hadith number 12 in his book. Now, what should be a concern of a believer, basically? So if we are not concerned about the other things, what should we do? As scholars said by explaining this hadith, a person, a Muslim, should be concerned with his own affair first. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran about yourself first. Why? Allah said in Surah Al-Tahrim, Allah said, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ku anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. Meaning anfusakum means save yourself first. Ku anfusakum. And then ahlihum nara, meaning ahlikum nara, meaning then your family. Save yourself and your family from the fire of the hell. And also, we have other hadiths, and as you know, the famous hadith, Rasulullah said that, if you love something for yourself in this dunya, you should have the same love for the same thing for your brother. That will also part of iman. So that means, we should maybe have some concern for our brothers too. And for the dunya matter, you should have first concern of yourself. You should first fix your obligatory things. That, are you concerned that you're praying on time? Are you concerned that you can fast, fasting on the time? Are you concerned that you have enough money but still doing not Hajj? Or you should do zakah and Hajj and all these things. Once this is done, yourself is done, you also at the same time you look after your family. Because as Allah mentioned, as I said in the surah, it's your responsibility to look after your family if they are in the right path. Because if you say, no, this is a matter with my sister, I have nothing to do with it. She's adult now, I don't have any problem. My brother doesn't pray, no, this is not my concern. No. In that case, you cannot say it's not my concern. It's your duty if it's under your family, under your if you are the leader of the family, you should have the concern that your brother or your sister or your wife or your daughter or your son, if they are not in the path of Islam, you should advise them. Obviously, you should have a manner to advise depending on who you are advising to. We have concern for our brothers in the dunyavi matter also. If someone can ask you something, brother, I want to buy a car. Can you help me? Because maybe you have experience in car, or maybe you have done. In that case, if you say, no, I have nothing to do with your car, I have no concern. No, that is being rude with him. Because he asked help from you, so you can go and do that one. And also, it's about Islam. Suppose this masjid, needs some your help, some voluntary help to do something. If you say, no, this is masjid, this is not my property, so I have nothing concern. Or maybe you're not from this area. You just come as a visitor, probably you came from Bangladesh or Pakistan to visit here. And this, you're gonna go back. And someone say, brother, today we need some volunteer. Can you help us? We are organizing some lecture or organizing some fundraising or something. Give us some help. If you say, no, this is not my concern, I'm not from here, I'm not gonna help you. Legally you're right, but this is not the akhlaq, the good akhlaq of Islam. In that case, we should be concerned of things. And also in the matter of akhirah, obviously, as I said, to your family, to yourself, and also to the brothers. Yes, we have the right to say your brother, because if you think praying Fajr in masjid or praying all the prayers, doing the good things, taking some brothers to a lecture or an Islamic program, you are being benefited and you feel the same thing for your brother. So that is the same hadith that I mentioned before. That Rasulullah said, whatever you feel is good for you, you think for your brother. In that case, you have a way to advise your brother. Brother, look, I'm going here, it will be beneficial. Would you like to come with me? Brother, this is the masjid here, this is the prayer timing, would you come and join us in the prayer? There are more benefits in joining the prayer in masjid if you can come and if you can pray. So in this matter, we should have concern. The matters that we should not have concern with, that is someone's personal matter, or something that I don't need to know that. Some brother came and said, okay, that brother has going through a tough time, he's having probably a divorce with his wife. Now you start digging through it, why the divorce is happening, who's the fault, and this. No, they didn't ask your counseling. If they ask, then you can do something. They are not related to you. You don't even know the brother properly. Or even if you know, if the brother didn't come and tell you, you don't say that. Some brother have some problem with his business. Maybe he's still involved in riba or something. Yes, you can advise him that, brother, this is not the case. But you don't ask too much, okay, brother, when did you start this business? How do you deal in the money and this one, that? These are not our concern. Especially most of the matters that we deal with and this hadith fall in is a social matter. People doing something and we ask and we have a curiosity. by nature we have a curiosity to know about other people things, that what they are doing. And if we do this, we are not beautifying Islam. And Rasulullah never said that this is gonna cause you any sayyat, any sin or something, but that's not gonna be perfection of our Islam. If you wanna keep it well, if you wanna save yourself to make your Islam beautiful, you should keep away from those matters. And at the end, as the scholar mentioned that for this hadith, the main concern is you take care of the things that is gonna beneficial. Anything, even the knowledge. Knowledge, the Islam is to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, give me knowledge. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafiya. Nafiya means the ilm that's nafiya. Ilm that is helpful. Even in that case, you are taking a knowledge from somewhere. It's nothing concerned about. Still that case, you should concern that is this knowledge helpful for me? The time I am spending for this knowledge together, is it helpful for me? And another hadith which is very related to this one, and in the explanation of the Imam Nawawi, this hadith is also mentioned. That is, Rasulullah mentioned in another hadith, the two things the people are very, very weak, have very, very less concern about the two things, the two blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What are the two things? One, the good health, and one, the spare time. These are the two things. So when you concern with other things that doesn't concern you, you're wasting the valuable time. The time, in English they say time is like a money. So Allah has given you a time, suppose for 70 years. It's like a money, you have given like $70 from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will ask you how you spend each dollar or each cent. So you are given this much of hayat, maybe the hayat of 70 years old or 80 years or 90 years or 50 years, whatever it is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows how you are using that time. Are you using it to think about other people, asking about other people? That doesn't concern you. That will not only unbeautify your Islam, that you are also violating the other blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the blessings of time. Because you should be concerned always that how can I use this time so that can benefit me in this dunya and also in akhirah. So inshallah ta'ala we'll finish it here today. Jazakallahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.